You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ross Palumbo, and here's a look at your top stories at this hour. A winter wonderland is the first snow of the season. Blankets are mountains, and there's more potentially on the way right now. Take a look at a very snowy Wrightwood this morning. Look at that. Last year was a massive one for snow, if you remember. And as you can see here, not too bad so far. Our Christine Lazar sent us this video from Mountain High of her kids having fun right here, making angels for the very first time. Along the coast, gusty conditions. You can see our camera in Long Beach here shaking a little bit in the wind. Let's turn it over now to KCAL meteorologist Olga Ospina with your next weather forecast. How's it looking at this hour, Olga?
Hi, Ross. You know what? Perfect snow angel making weather. We're looking at some snow up in the mountains, and in fact, levels are going to be dropping over the next few hours, potentially even impacting some of our mountain passes. But really, the bulk of the storm has pushed off to the east. We woke up with some wet weather across a lot of areas. Still seeing a few showers, especially up in the mountains, and again, snow still part of the picture as well. A little bit of wet weather out through the Inland Empire near San Bernardino with some pockets of more moderate rain. But again, you can see all that rain has pushed off to the east, leaving us with mostly just some light scattered showers across our region. Still a little bit of snow as we head into later tonight, but dry as we head into your Thursday. So we'll continue dry Thursday into Friday as well as Saturday before another chance of rain over the weekend. First, want to show you we have wind advisories in place through early tomorrow. We're seeing those gustiest conditions across some of those mountains and deserts, and cold air left behind this storm, bringing us a frost advisory for places like the Inland Empire, with temperatures dropping overnight down into the 30s. In fact, we're going to remain on the cooler side, below average temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days. On Futurecast, I'll show you what to expect as we head into the weekend. So we get a bit of a break from the wet weather on Thursday, Friday into most of Saturday. By early Saturday, we're starting to see some of that rain impacting the Pacific Northwest into Northern California. That's going to start to drop south as we head into late in the day, arriving into Southern California, bringing us a chance of a few light showers as we head into the early part of Sunday before that system moves out, leaving us with dry conditions for early next week. But again, those temperatures, they are still going to remain on the cooler side. Numbers are going to be mostly in the 60s and even some upper 50s as we head into Wednesday. But the next several days, we will see the sunshine, Ross.
No, I'm looking forward to it, Olga. A little cooler, but that sun will be out. Take advantage of it. Protesters calling for a ceasefire in Gaza gathered at the state capitol today, disrupting the assembly's session this afternoon. The group rallied around the Capitol Rotunda here and placed a banner on the floor there in the middle. There were also protesters on the second floor overlooking that main group. This was the first assembly session after a 3-month break, and this rally forced a recess. The session was then adjourned until tomorrow. Congress getting back to work next week, and a bill to strengthen the southern border topping their agenda. Today, a group of House Republicans, led by their new speaker, toured the border in Texas. KCAL's Natalie Brand has the details from Capitol Hill.
An all-time record monthly high of border crossings peaked in December, and today U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson and a group of Republicans visited one of the busiest entry points in the country, Eagle Pass, Texas.
We have over 7 million illegal encounters at the border, nearly 2 million known gotaways, and that doesn't count the many that are undetected.
Border officials told CBS News agents were spread so thin that they could only guard around 4 miles of border in the area around Eagle Pass, leaving over 90% unpatrolled.
The president can and should act now. This doesn't require legislation. It requires leadership.
On Capitol Hill, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said his members are the ones trying to craft a deal.
It's very nice that they have a trip to the border, but the only way to solve this is here, working in a bipartisan way.
A bipartisan group of Senate negotiators worked through the holiday recess. The White House says it's open to significant changes to asylum and border security laws in exchange for funding for military aid for Ukraine and Israel.
We get it. We understand what's happening at the border. That's why there's negotiations happening on the Senate side with Republicans and Democrats to deal with this issue.
Meanwhile, 4 crossings along the U.S.-Mexico border will reopen Thursday. They were partially or fully closed last month because officials said they did not have the resources to process the sheer number of asylum seekers. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Back here at home, a bizarre story in Rancho Cucamonga this morning. A Metrolink train slamming into a pickup truck, and the driver was then nowhere to be found. This happened on Etiwanda Avenue around 4 o'clock in the morning. That train was headed to Los Angeles with 84 people on board at the time. Fortunately, no one was hurt. But again, police looked and could not find the driver of that pickup truck. We'll be following that for you on KCAL News tonight at 4. This has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thanks for joining us. Again, we'll be back at 4 here on CBS News Los Angeles.